Okay, this is going to be my first podcast, although it's not the first time I've just talking. All right, here I go again. This is going to be like my first official podcast. I've done other videos where I've talked or narrated or just spoke through the whole thing, and I'm not. Sometimes I just like to talk and talk stuff out and ramble, and sometimes I feel like I can be humorous when I'm just speaking my mind, throwing stuff out there. And today I'm just basically going to bitch about the weather and the fact, mostly about snow, that there's been so much snow lately that it's insane. And I never realized how much I really hate snow and the stuff that comes with snow. And when I was young, like all other children, I guess I was excited. I was excited when I thought it was going to snow or when it would snow because it snows in the winter, right? And everybody has school in the winter, and you just you'd be so happy because even to this day, and in my opinion, school's gotten worse for the kids, but even to this day, everybody fucking hates school. Nobody wants to go to school. Nobody wants to get up early. Nobody wants to sit there, stare at a blackboard, hear some teacher just talking about some shit you don't care about that you'll never use, um, and just have to do it. It's like nobody wants to do anything they don't want to do, and nobody wants to go to school. But I'm not talking about school. I'm talking about snow and how great it was. That was one of the reasons. It was like if it snowed on the weekend, you're like, okay, but if it snowed on a school day and there was enough snow to cancel school, you were like, yay, fucking thank you, God. Like I went to Catholic school, so we were like, thank you, Jesus. We'd go like, everybody's praying for whatever they think is important to them. And as kids, we do our kid prayers. We don't pray to Jesus to help the person we know now that who has cancer or needs to stop drinking or whatever. If you pray, Um, but it was back then, if you talked to God, it was like for your petty kid shit. Like, God, I want to get like the new video game, the new Mario game, or God. Uh, Sometimes it would be heavy shit. Like God, don't like make Dad stop being such an asshole and yelling at Mom all the time, or whatever. But mostly it was like, dear God, please, 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 and we would go like this because you're kids. Ask me, please, 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 God, please, Jesus, please, please let it snow tomorrow so I don't have to go to school tomorrow. Take that stupid test. I'm gonna fail. I hate school, please. And I can go play in the snow. I swear, God, if you do that, I'll be good and I'll eat my fucking vegetables because that's like when you're a kid. That's all you have to really give up is like not wanting to do shit that your parents want you to do, like eat your vegetables or clean your room. As an adult, you could pray that you'll have the willpower to do other stuff. But basically, this I don't even know how I'm getting on prayer, right? Because honestly, I don't pray. Anytime I do pray, it's not a selfish prayer because it's like, and I'm still talking about praying. It's not a selfish prayer. It's a prayer for someone else because I'm that kind of person. I'm just very giving. Anyway, snow. So you're a kid. You think snow is awesome because snow gets you some days off of school, right? And like since you got the day off of school, you can go outside and you could play in the snow. You could like build a snowman, which is something that like I did maybe once or twice in my life as a kid, and then I was like, yeah, this is fucking bullshit. It's like it never came out good, you know. And then you'd always be like, where can I get a stick now? And because it's basically like a snow round pile with a middle pile and a smaller pile, and then you'd have to like get a hat. And you'd like put a hat and a scarf on it, and you come back later, and people would like steal your hat and scarf. So you'd be like, I don't even want to do that. So you just make like a stick snowman because like hopefully nobody's asshole enough to steal your sticks. And we never had carrots in the house, so it was like we didn't even have and lump of coal, for the eyes and the nose. So at best, we would just like poke fingers for and make a mouth like that. And I don't know, but you know what? Building a snowman is bullshit. In fact, if I was out in the snow and somebody was like to me, "Yo, let's build a snowman," right? At my adult age, I would be like, "Fuck that shit. Let's build like a snow dick, a big snow cock." And then we could sit there and watch people walk by and be like fucking offended, as they're walking by and they're seeing a giant like dick and balls in the snow, and we could like throw some grass or I don't know whatever you get. If you, probably not grass, but throw some shit around for the pubes. Um, and we can make it a leaky dicks. All right, here's what we do. I would not build a snowman anymore, but what I would do is I would make a big snow dick, right? And then what I would do is at the end of the snow dick, I would like piss and make a whole bunch of yellow snow, right? So it would look like the snow dick I made was pissing yellow snow, and then I would be like, I don't know. That's it. That's the extent of that idea. I think it's pretty wild enough as it is. But anyway, so making a snowman is bullshit, right? I liked sledding. When I was a kid, I liked sledding. So, and the great thing about sledding as compared to all these other snow sports is like you don't even need a sled when you go sledding. I used to have like one of them round ones, the flying saucers, and then they had the sled one, but they were like fucking dangerous in my opinion. The saucers were better. Um, and the one I had, man, I think it was made out of metal. So it would get like cold as fuck, and it would get dense and stuff. But anyway, I liked sledding, and the thing about sledding is you don't even fucking sled. You could just get a piece of cardboard and sled on that. You could get like you couldn't even need a piece of cardboard. You could just like sled down a hill, right? Um, but I didn't live by any hill, so I never really got to go sledding. There was like one place, and the great part about sledding is it's awesome going down the hill, but then you got to climb up the hill. So that was like, it's okay. Everything I like sledding, and I don't like skiing because I think skiing is bullshit. I think sledding, at least you're low to the ground, and um, skiing, man, you got these fucking all these attachments. You got these long poles, and you got to wear special boots and gear, and you got to have the ski poles to project. The ones in your hands. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking that ski poles are the things that go on your feet. But then, what are the ski poles that you use in your hand? There must be different names for it. I just can't remember. Anyway, um, I never got into that because you just like you couldn't do that in a hill where you live. What I mean, you'd have to like the people who discovered sledding. I mean skiing. It's like how did they even come up with that? Because it's like you don't just ski unless you live by hills where there's snow, and I don't, right? Anytime I wanted to go skiing, you'd have to go someplace to go skiing, and then they have to build a ski lift because once you can go downhill once, but how the hell do you get up the hill in the snow? Because then they have the ski lift, right? And yeah, so like with skiing, it's like a major production. It's like you have to make, and it costs money. Like ski boots are expensive, ski poles are expensive, ski clothes are expensive, and there's so much more greater potential. Let alone the shit that you got to get all this shit together, right? You got to go. First of all, I'm fucking lazy, right? So now I got to go to the store and I got to buy ski poles and research ski poles and find out about ski poles and boots and goggles and hats and gloves and all this shit, right? And then I got to get all this shit together and pay for all this shit. And we're talking thousands of dollars worth of ski stuff, right? Um, and so you pay thousands of dollars for all the ski stuff. And then you got to get all the stuff and you got to get in the car and drive through snow and mountains and shit. And you got to go ski. You got to go and you pay to a place to go ski. You got to pay to go up the hill and slide down the hill. And it's fucking expensive. So, like, fuck skiing. Just fuck it. Sledding is fine. And, like, with sledding, even when I had my kid was little, I would make a little mound of snow in the back, and I would just get, like, one of them balloons, blow up sled things, and they're awesome. They're like the disc ones, whatever. And when they hit shit, they like bounce and stuff, and you almost never get hurt in those. So I I used to just go sledding. Fuck skiing. Sledding's fun. You could do it anywhere. You could do it in your backyard. You can make your own little mountain and stuff. But anyway, so now I think I'm talking about like what's great about snow, and they have all these snow songs too about snow, like Winter Wonderland. The weather outside is frightful. No, that's not a good one. I don't know. They have songs about how much people love snow, but honestly, I mean, snow is, in my opinion, a kid thing. It's for kids, right? And I think once you like reach adulthood, you start looking at fucking snow as a nuisance, and you start going like, holy shit, it's fucking snowing, right? And it's like, maybe you could say, well, you could get a day off of work, right? But it's like, if even if you get that day off of work, it's not like, what do? You stay home and you watch TV, right? And then you go and you have to fucking shovel snow, right? And I don't know about you, but I hate shoveling snow. I got like, you have all these, it takes hours. It's hard. I mean, people get fucking heart attacks shoveling snow. It's like, it's another thing that you don't want to do because it's dumb. You know how, like, I don't know, my life is filled with shit that I want to do. And then but what takes up most of my life is shit that I don't want to do, right? Like, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to fucking wash the dishes, clean the toilet. I don't want to mow a fucking lawn. That's why I live in I don't live in my own house. I'm in an apartment because I never have to fucking mow lawns, right? But my apartment's actually like a house, right? So anyway, my life is filled with shit I don't want to do, right? And part of the shit that I don't want to do is fucking shovel snow. And you could say like, why don't you just pay somebody to do it? Well, where I am, it's a big driveway, right? And if I don't do it, there are people that will come. Like, how you go, here it is. Like, you say it fucking snowed outside last night and there's 10 inches of snow. And you're like, well, I ain't going to work, right? Or the kids ain't going to school. I don't have to get up, right? So all of a sudden there's bing bong on your doorbell and you're like, oh, what the fuck, right? So you get up and you answer the doorbell, and in my neighborhood, I don't know about your neighborhood, it's like some Mexican dudes, right? And they're like got fucking shovels and stuff, and they're like, shovel your snow, and I'm like, no, get the fuck out of here. Because the last time I asked you guys how much to shovel my snow, like my driveway and the sidewalk, you told me $100 fucking, and I'm like, no, and now I'm not like poor, but I'm not fucking rich. I don't have like shovel my fucking driveway $100 money to just be throwing around. So it's like, just, I don't know. Have some, okay, Mexican dudes that are trying to make money shoveling snow, have some fucking courtesy. Obviously, if I'm home because it snowed, it's a snow day for me, and I'm fucking sleeping late, and you just fucking woke me up, and now I'm pissed off because I can't go back to bed because I gotta take a piss, and I might as well, once I'm up, I might as well, because, I didn't fucking answer the door naked, you know? I didn't fucking go and just like with my dick hanging out, which I don't sleep that way anyway, but, I believe I just don't sleep in a fucking jeans and shirt. I sleep in like fucking sleep clothes, and you never know. I don't want to answer the door in shit clothes, my pajamas. Even though I don't even know anybody that wears pajamas. I don't wear pajamas anymore. But I if I was a pajama manufacturer now in this day and age, I think I would be fucking like starving. I would be like cutting coupons. I would be like looking for weekend work, because I guess that's why pajamas are so fucking expensive. I don't really know. It's just, I don't know anybody that wears pajamas. I think you could fool people into wearing stuff that's like pajamas, like make them sleep sweatpants or sleep underwear, or sleep t-shirt. But like the pajamas that I had when I was a kid with the fucking pocket and buttons, I mean, the only practical thing on my pajamas when I was a kid, right, was the fucking dick hole. Cause then I could go and had elastic wet. Cause then that's practical because when you're a kid and you gotta piss, you get up, You open the dick hole. You don't have to like pull your pants down, and you can piss, right? The pajamas, on the other hand, uh, like I swear to God, my parents, it was like a fucking suit to go to bed. You know, it was like it was out of flannel and stuff like that. And who the fuck wore pajamas in the summer? You know, unless you live with other people and you don't want to be like naked. Uh, and you know what they should have in pajamas when you're a kid, like young teen. Like if they had this, probably more guys would start buying pajamas. They should have stuff to suppress like your boners. Like you're teen and your mom comes in your room, wake up, honey, you got school, and you like knocked your blanket off because it was like too hot, and you got like your morning boner, the one that you get before you like, because nobody wakes up with a morning boner and jerks off, in my opinion. I never really did. I wake up with a morning boner and I take a piss and it goes away. So anyway, um, yeah, about pajamas. The thing about pajamas is they're fucking stupid. Because like they put a pocket in the pajamas. So I don't know about you, but when I go to sleep, I don't put shit in my pocket. I don't need shit to go to sleep with. It's like even when I was smoking cigarettes, I didn't put my cigarette pack in my pocket. I don't know. Lighter, maybe a flashlight. It's dumb. Nobody puts shit in their pocket. So pajamas don't need pockets. That's number one. And then buttons. It's like pajamas don't need buttons, and they don't need to, because you know, like the thing about pajamas, maybe it's a scam for people to buy more pajamas, because like if the button would fall off, you'd be like, no, I can't close the pajama, and now I gotta buy a new pajama, or I gotta go and buy a fucking button. And that's another thing about buttons. Nobody buys buttons anymore. And if you ever go to a button store, and there's really no such thing as a button store, buttons are fucking expensive. They're not like cheap. And then who the fuck wants to sew a button on? Who the fuck even has a needle and thread in the house? Right now, like if someone asked me, do I have a needle and fucking thread in the house? I would be like, I don't even know. And I probably do. Because I have a junk drawer where I throw everything, all the shit that goes to die. Like, it's filled with batteries that are dead, and matches, and just weird utensils and toothpicks and chopsticks and stuff like that. I'm not literally looking in it, and I know where stuff, like weird tape. It's just, whatever. I probably have a needle and thread. Back to snow. So anyway, I'm taking a breath. I don't know, but I have allergies and I get congested nose. Is my nose gets congested. I'm gonna blow it now. And when I blow my nose, I probably have a deviated septum or something. It makes it like a weird fucking honking noise. And I actually used to get in trouble at school for that. The teachers would yell at me like, I'm not gonna say my name, but they'd be like, "What are you doing? Are you trying to be funny, blowing your nose?" I'm like, "No, that's the way I blow my nose. I could like weak ass blow my nose and be like, hey, hey, like I'm trying to blow my nose, but I got fucking congested snot, boogers, things, blood clots up there, or it's dry as fuck, and when I blow my nose, it sounds like a fucking tuba." So I would just let me blow my fucking nose, and they'd always get mad at me, and I'd get in trouble. Um, yeah, and I also had fucking snot rags too. We didn't have Kleenex when I was a kid. We had fucking snot rags. Like they would show the guy with the suit, uh, the cool suit with the handkerchief sticking out of his pocket. Well, that wasn't just a fashion statement, because now if you go to a store and they have a suit with like a handkerchief, in the pocket sticking out on the rack, when you go to pull that handkerchief out, it's like fucking sewn in, so it's a fashion statement. No, when we were kids, we all had fucking congested, snotty, running noses, and like the handkerchief in your pocket was like was not a fashion statement. It was so you could fucking unclog your nose and just clear the boogers out, and I it was practical, because a handkerchief, in my opinion, is not a fashion statement. And if you didn't have your handkerchief, you use your sleeve, right? So you would get crusty sleeves that would crack when your mom would throw this in the laundry. Yeah, Um, it would look like a plastic coating on your sleeve, and it would make your clothes water repellent, or your tie. So anyway, snow. Back to fucking snow. As an adult, I fucking hate snow because I have to shovel it. And I think I already said that shoveling snow can give you heart attacks and you can get fucking frostbite. And it's just more shit that in my life, as a person who has a lot of shit to do, I don't want to do. And unfortunately, I'm not rich enough to to pay the Mexicans that come knocking on my door 9 or 8 o'clock in the morning to shovel it to do it. So I have to do it myself. And the reason I do it is because I don't enjoy snow anymore. You know, I don't enjoy stomping through it and tracking it in the house. And I mostly don't enjoy like sliding around and slipping on it. And snowball fights. I mean, when I was a kid, if someone chucked a snowball at me, I'd be like, "Yay, snowball fight!" And, you know, if I built a fucking fort or whatever. But I'd be like throwing snow and ramming snow down into the over their heads and just pushing them in the snow and stuff like. But as an adult, I'm not doing that fucking shit. If someone wailed a snowball at me, I would be so fucking mad. I would probably file a police report, assault. I'd be like, officer, these fucking kids are throwing snowballs at me, you know. And like when kids would throw snow at your car and stuff, like your window was open, that's not fucking cool. That's not a fucking cool thing to think. You get in an accident, right? And and, and I literally this winter with the fucking cold, because I didn't sign up for this. You know, I don't mind the change in the seasons and the winter and the summer and the fall and the cold. And people are going like, "Oh yeah, when the super summer comes and it's 100 degrees out, you'll be missing this cold." And no, I'm not. I didn't sign up for this. This is fucking bullshit. It's been like below zero. If I made a conscious choice in my life to live in Alaska, where it'd be snowing and fucking 0 degrees with the chin wind chill factor at -20 all the time, I'd be like, you know what? It's my own fucking fault because I live in Alaska. But no, I live in New Jersey, right? Where it's not supposed to be for 2 months straight these insanely freezing cold temperatures, right? So anyway, here I am in New Jersey. It's 2 months, and I think I started to say I recently got in an accident, and because it's the snow and ice is fucking deadly. If you're a kid, you don't realize how everything is fucking deadly, and that's why your dad was always like, always mad and pissed off. Like you'd be like running around, yay! It's fucking snowed. I'm off of school. Fuck everything. I'm gonna watch cartoons and eat cereal and then I'm gonna go fucking play. So, and your dad was like, and maybe you could get him to come out and fuck around with you a little bit. But if you hit him in the face with a snowball, he'd get all fucking mad and like, that's it. Get in the fucking house. I ain't gonna, playing. So because it's like to him, the snow is a fucking hassle. He's like the one that has to shovel the thing off because if he slides, and that's me now. If I slide and fucking slide down the flight of steps, or just we're all like one slip away from breaking our hip or our elbow, and it's not. You know what? If I fucking broke my leg on the snow tomorrow, I'd be like, all right, my leg will heal. It's no big deal. But then I'd have to go to the fucking hospital and have to pay like the emergency and then I'd be going buying fucking medicine and just it would affect me financially, So now it's like I got the snow that's trying to fucking kill me, or like fuck with my life because yeah, okay. I haven't fallen and hurt myself in the snow ever, right? But a couple of weeks back, 3 weeks ago, I'm driving. And when I start driving, they're like, "Yeah, it snowed, and later on there's going to be some ice rain, and you better be careful because you get black ice on the road." I'm like, "Okay, I'm cool, right?" So we're driving along, and this we're getting off this exit, and we hit this patch of ice, and actually the whole fucking road is ice because the way things fucking are nowadays, the state, okay, your local districts have the authority to clear roads and stuff, but the state owns the off ramps and exits or something like that. I don't know. So they can't. The state has to salt it. So basically, they'll do the highways and stuff, but if you get off on an off ramp and it's icy and cold out, you're fucked, right? So that's what happened. We get off and it's a fucking sheet of ice, and we're like, bam, we slam into a curb, and I'm like, holy fuck. So I'm like, this is fucking shit. Let's try and get out of here. So we're over the curb. We're trying to get out of it, and we managed to get the car off, but our axle is fucked. It's like bent. It's broke, and my rim was broke. And then 2 seconds later, another car comes and plows right into us, and we're like, and I'm like, holy shit. And then to top shit off, right? He almost runs over my wife. He backs up, and it's like a young guy. And if you ever hear this and you know who you are, you fucking bastard, you fucking scum, you piece of shit. You should have fucking stood around so I could have got your shirts. So anyway, he's a piece of shit. He was in a white Mercedes, a younger black guy or Hispanic. He fucking pulls out and peels out, and his fucking front end, like his light was ruined. It was smashed. He left pieces. Like you could take the piece that he left and find the car and fit it in like a puzzle. But because he did that, I didn't get his license plate, and I had to pay another fucking $400 and basically $1,000. And that's what ice and snow is now as an adult. It's like you falling, you know, uh, you falling and like breaking your leg or your hip or your face, knocking out your teeth, or or uh, or your car sliding off the road and killing somebody. And on that day, like what I wound up doing that day was I actually had to get out of there. I couldn't even stand. There was so much ice in the road. I'm like sliding around, and I didn't. It was ice raining, and I didn't prepare for that. So I went. I took my wife as a crossing guard. I took her stop sign, and I made a whole bunch of. I went and I started fucking directing traffic because the cop came and he said he couldn't do it. He couldn't put cones. And when he saw what I was doing, he was like, you're probably doing more good than harm. I was there making cars slow, and they were sliding all over the people place, and they were, some lady was crying, and I was like, I think that day uh, I saved my car from being rammed another like 4 or 5 times, and then the cop car. But I think I saved a lot of people from smashing into stuff. But whatever, right? Getting past that. So it's like snow is not fun. It's not cool anymore. It could it's deadly. It could kill your life. You can get frostbite just from screwing around in the snow. I was watching this news thing. Some little kid was playing in the snow. And I swear, I think I'm losing my voice, and I'm coming up on a half an hour, so I'm probably going to stop this soon. But this little kid was like just screwing around, playing in the snow. Some ice got in their shorts, and it was so cold out. They didn't realize it. The mom took the pants off of the kid, and the skin, like, it just peeled right off. It was like frozen. She got skin burnt, and all that was left was the flesh underneath, and it was terrible. And that's, I guess, and that's not even the mother child abuse or anything like that, because people just don't realize that this shit is fucked up. And I don't know, is this funny? Am I being funny? Am I just like bitching, or am I? Is this interesting enough to listen to? Let me know. I'm almost done. Um, so I'm just gonna finish off. It's like it's annoying, I have to shovel snow all by myself all the time. I have to not slam into ice patches and run shit over and bash up my car while I'm driving. I have to wear all this stupid fucking clothes, bundle up, um, which look retarded. The winter, you're not making a fashion statement in the winter. I'll tell you that, because there, in my opinion, like the colder it gets, the less cool you look. Um, yeah, you know what? I miss the warm weather. I miss anything above 40 would be well appreciated now. And I guess that's my winter snow rant. And you know what? I think I'm gonna make it an exact 30-ish minutes and end on that, so I have a solid 30 minutes of just me rambling, and that would be right about now.